Welcome to halftime.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. It's been a clinic from Tony Parker.
I like that he didn't force anything in that first half. His decision-making was really flawless.
That being the case, Steve, I think they want him to be more assertive in the second half. Look to take more shots. Be a little more shot hungry, even the tough ones.
And that one's good. Nash has got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Lakers.
The thing you notice right off the bat from the statistics, just his three-point percentage. I mean, it's a terrific number, and it's a combination of things. Good shot selection, his mechanics are solid, and his movement on the perimeter is outstanding.
And also, Steve, I think he's really smart with the basketball, very smart. If you're playing with him, your only job is to get open, because when you do, and if you do, he'll put it on the platter for you, room service style. You know, people look at Steve Nash, guys, and I don't know if they automatically think tremendous athlete, but he is. He's a different type of tremendous athlete. He's not going to blind you or amaze you with his running and jumping ability, but it's his agility, his coordination, his balance, the fact that he's ambidextrous, not only with his hands, but with his feet. I mean, he's equally balanced going either way with the ball or on his pivots. And he attributes a lot of that to playing soccer and ice hockey as a youth.
And for Nash, his great agility really helps him on the offensive side, certainly, and change of speed and direction, shifting all over the floor. He can keep defenders off balance, always has been able to do that.
Yeah, but defensively is where he's suffered here the last couple of seasons, just losing a little bit as he's aged. But, you know, a smart player and understands how to survive defensively out on the floor.
He doesn't get the second one.
The Spurs would end up as the second seed in the West and were right in the hunt for being the top seed for the majority of last season. But one reason they fell short was that they just weren't as good as they needed to be during in-conference games.
The dish to Kaman. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Knocks it loose. Gasol covered by Duncan. Young passes to Gasol. Outside for Kobe. 6 on the shot clock. Cans the shot from the wing. Going back to the Spurs, they did well against the West, but Steve didn't come close to matching the win totals of every other top team in the West.
Yeah, they would end the season with a 33-19 conference record, which, you know, is pretty good, but still only 5th best in the West. It shows you how strong the Western Conference was a year ago, particularly at the top.
Kaman dishes to Gasol. Passes it to Young. Outside, Kobe. Kaman. Outside, Kobe. Right side, Gasol. Nash, covered by Parker. Beyond the arc. Again, the miss by Kobe. Spurs leading by 17. And Green slams it in.
Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I'm glad they didn't try. You don't want anybody getting hurt out here.
Lakers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Nash against Parker. The pass to Kobe. The feed to Gasol. Back to Kobe. Fires the 3. Hope they get it back. Young cannot hit. Excellent D there from Leonard. For San Antonio, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Feeds to Green. Lots of room. That doesn't go either for Green.
It has not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4.
Gets the bucket.
His presence is very comforting for this team. He's kind of a fallback option for them anytime they need it.
Ano Ginobili, he's checked in for the Spurs. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Nash came in with the rebound.
And the offense continues to struggle. Just one make in their 5 attempts.
Nash, he's covered by Ginobili. Kobe misses.
More often than not today, those shots have not dropped for him. But Kobe's never been shy about shooting. A lot of people would argue that he gets maybe a little too shot happy sometimes, but you want a guy who's dominant. You want a guy who's not afraid, who's going to fail and just come right back and fire away the next time.
Parker outside. Ginobili with the ball. Gasol covering. Ginobili against Gasol. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. And when you talk about Kobe's role offensively for the Lakers, it's worth mentioning last season was one of his most efficient scoring the basketball.
It really was, and you consider the turmoil that surrounded the Lakers all season. It was remarkable that Kobe was as even-keeled as he was, stayed focused, and start to finish, he delivered the type of all-star performance that he always does. Very impressive.
Leonard with the steal. Makes the lead pass. And Parker with the basket on the assist by Leonard. And that's 15 points for Tony Parker.
What an excellent performance from the field for him.
Lakers trailed by 19. Right side Hill. Back to Kobe. He passes to Keeman. Dishes it to Young. He feeds it to Hill. It's stolen by Duncan. And now in transition is Parker. Here we go. Leonard kicks to Duncan. Leonard the pass to Ginobili. Fires from the wing. Misses off the left iron.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
You know, a big part of why the Spurs were so good last season, guys, was that they were able to finish games strong. You think a group of vets might run out of gas, but the opposite was true with this group. They turned it up down the stretch and were one of the most productive teams in the league in terms of fourth-quarter points.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Matt Bonner, he's checked in for Splitter. And Boris Diaw is subbed for Tim Duncan. And here's Green outside. Shot's good. Green's got his 3rd basket of the night. Well, Clark, a big part of why the Spurs were so good last year in the 4th was because they have so many options when possessions, Steve, start getting critical and the game is tight.
Well, no question. You got Parker to create off the dribble. You can always throw it into the low post to Duncan. But on top of that, you've got a roster full of guys who understand how to play the game and know how to play each other. Just the experience that this group has gained together over the years, I think allows them to execute under pressure.
The Spurs making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. Lakers trail by 20. Gasol kicks to Hill. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Hill's got 6.
The 2 points are pretty much a lock when they're able to get the ball into that position inside.
Leonard on the wing. Back to Ginobili. Ginobili off a pick from Bonner. An easy layup after coming off the pick. 10 points for Manu Ginobili.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Nash dishes to Kobe. Right side Gasol. Hill left side. Nash outside. Rejected by Ginobili. And Bonner pulls it down.
Gotta like the defense not quitting on the play and getting a hand in the face.
Sure do. With a tough defender breathing down your neck, that makes it not an easy shot.
That's good. .29 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Nash the pass to Hill. Into Johnson. Gasol. And here's Nash outside. Gets it to go. Nash has got 6 here in this quarter. Spurs leading by 19 points. Leonard kicks to Ginobili. Ginobili off a pick from Diaw. Back to Leonard. He dishes it to Green. Pass to Leonard. Ginobili. Three-pointer. No luck. It could go. Shot is off. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle steps for the Spurs?
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And the other thing they're doing is they're forcing turnovers and then converting those miscues into points at the other end.
Nash right side. Outside, Kobe. And it's Gasol penetrating. Nash's shot is off. And San Antonio shooting well. They're at 45%. Hit his foot. And the ref's whistling a kick ball. Splitters checked in for Boris Diaw. He kicks it to Green. From downtown, that drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got 4 assists in the game. Nick Young on the wing. Pass to Gasol. Nash outside. Kaman, defended by Splitter. Kobe kicks it over to Nash. Kaman. Nick Young on the wing. From the arc. Tim Duncan with the rebound. Duncan's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Back to Green. Kicks to Leonard. There's the three. No luck. And the Lakers going the other way now. Young dishes to Nash. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. Bellinelli, he's checked in for the Spurs. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. There's the dish to Parker. Outside Leonard. Passes it to Bellinelli. Shot clock at 6. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. From deep. A rebound by the Lakers. Kobe's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Nash outside. The pass to King. Now the feed to Young. Dishes it to Kobe. He kicks it to Gasol. Back to Kobe. He passes to Nash. Nick Young on the wing. Good, and the assist goes to Nash.
The defenders need to talk to each other. The communication lacking there on that three-pointer.
Parker outside. Feeds to Leonard. There's the pick. He dishes it to Bellinelli. Back to Leonard. Left side, Leonard. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
You know, the more you watch Kawhi Leonard play, the more you realize that he is the perfect fit for the Spurs. I mean, he just looks like a Spur, and he's only been in the league a couple of years. Plays great defense, shoots from deep at a high rate, and really knows, accepts, and embraces his role on the team.
And the first one at the line is good. And back to Kawhi Leonard. Coach Popovich sees him as their defensive stopper on the wing. But not just that. He thinks he's going to be a star in so many ways.
Well, he could become the face of the franchise, Kevin, if you think about it, once Tim Duncan and Parker and Ginobili move on. But, you know, Popovich, not one prone to hyperbole, but he absolutely loves this kid.
Nash kicks to Kaman. Young from outside the arc. Ginobili grabs the board. Leonard on the wing. Duncan right side. Parker outside. He feeds it to Parker. Pass to Leonard. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got assist number 5 here tonight. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Kobe kicks to Gasol. The fader. No luck. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Ginobili the pass to Parker. Duncan dishes to Parker. Kicks it to Ginobili. Back to Parker. Outside Leonard. The three. The rebound by Young. Young's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Blocked. Ginobili outside. Parker with it. Guarded now by Nash. Duncan kicks to Ginobili. Spurs working the ball around now. Parker. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
His shooting's been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons his team is up in this game. Not sure what he was thinking there. That's embarrassing.
You think? I mean, come on now. Doesn't he realize there's a game going on here?
Leonard. Pass to Duncan. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Well, you know, Tim Duncan really is a coach on the floor, guys. He knows every play in their playbook, front to back, and position 1 through 5. I think he could coach the team if he had to.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. And for Duncan and the Spurs team, that continuity and veteran leadership, such a huge part of their success.
Well, when you have the same coach and the same core of star players over almost 2 decades, that's pretty remarkable. That continuity is exactly what gives the Spurs that sustained success that they've enjoyed for such a long period.
The dish to Bellinelli. 4 on the clock. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. The Spurs making a switch here. Diaw's checked in. There's 1:26 left to play here in the 4th. Joseph dishes to Bynum. Pass to Leonard. Banked in off the glass.
And that puts a cherry on top, so to speak, of what's been a phenomenal showing for them.
All over but the whining now, Steve.
And blocked.
He's killing them with his poor shooting. The defense is more than willing to give him those shots now.
And it's slammed in by Diaw.
Yeah, nice fast break from start to finish, guys.
Especially on the back end. I mean, he polished it off perfectly.
Farmar passes to Hill. Johnson outside. Will it go? But they'll get another chance. Farmar kicks to Johnson. Rejected by Leonard. Oh, trying for it. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. And here is Joseph. Here's Sacre. Here's Farmar. And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
Well, that's an aggressive play, trying to get that rebound. Maybe a little too aggressive.
And it was totally unnecessary, Steve. He was in no position to get to that ball. He should have just conceded.
Free throw good, Joseph.
Everybody knows how brutal the Western Conference can be, and part of the reason the Lakers were able to make it to the playoffs is because they were above 500 in the West, which is pretty impressive.
And Los Angeles guys shooting 23% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Again, Johnson missing.
And I'll tell you what, this has been one ugly quarter for him.
And it keeps getting uglier. I mean, his touch has basically gone AWOL.
Diaw dishes to Leonard. Joseph. Six to shoot. Johnson against Leonard. Farmar takes it away. Back to Johnson. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean,